As the year comes down to a close, there are few things that I'm sure you've been wondering. One of them is, how can you become more financially free? Your job doesn't pay as much as you used to, right? And the next thing is, how can you make the most of the 2 months that you've got left in the year? And believe me, you can still make a lot out of it. 2 months does not seem like a lot, but you can do a lot in 2 months. But I'm going to answer the first one today. How can you become more financially free? There are things that the rich do that the poor people don't. And it's something that I'm learning myself as I also strive to become more financially free. So I did a bit of research. So I want to take you on a journey today of telling you the 7 things that the rich people do that we don't, and how we can learn from that and apply to our own lives so that we can become more financially free. Okay, hi, my name is Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about 7 things the rich do that we don't do. And before we go on to number 1, please subscribe so that I know that you like this, and it would mean the world to me. It really would. All right, so let's go to number 1. Number 1 is they diversify their income. What this basically means is they don't have one stream of income. Let's be real, the bar is different from what it used to be. To be wealthy decades ago, it usually meant that you were making at least 7K. Nowadays, it's different. The wealthy is the YouTuber. The wealthy is the content creator. The wealthy is the influencer. The wealthy is the person across your street who always smiles at you. Okay, maybe that doesn't actually happen, but you get the point. It's so different now. And even wealthy people are digital nomads. They're not the struggling artist type or the struggling, nomad. A lot of these people have a lot of money, and most of them, actually all of them, diversify their income. And this is how they're linked, regardless of if it's the CEO in a Fortune 500 to the YouTuber who gets 1 million or 2 million views per, video. That's basically the link. The second thing is they look at obstacles as opportunities. What this means is an obstacle is not really an obstacle. It's not a roadblock. It's an opportunity to grow. Now I'll give you an example. Let's say you are a massive introvert and you're scared of going on a podcast, but you see it as an opportunity to grow and learn. Eventually what happens is you become more confident, you become more assertive, you become more passionate about what you're talking about, because you're no longer seeing your introversion as an obstacle. You're just seeing it as an opportunity to grow and to show the world you're a genius. This is what a lot of entrepreneurs do. So don't look at your obstacles as roadblocks, but look at them as chances to grow and to learn and to improve. Number 3, the circle of influence. What this means is your influence is so important. The friends you have will determine your net worth. And this is what a lot of them believe, because often you find a group of 5 entrepreneurs and they're all together, and you realize that their net worth bounces off each other. Why? Because our friends help us to learn and to grow. Now, if you're always around people who are negative, you're going to be negative, because habits beget habits. But if you're always around people who are positive, that's going to push you to become more positive. If you're around go-getters, that's going to push you to become go-getters. So your circle of influence contributes to your net worth. Let's go to number 4. Number 4, they're willing to promote themselves and their products. What this means is they're not shy. They're not shy about saying, hey, this is what I do. This is what I want to do. This is how I can help you. This is the value I can bring. It's not that they brag. It's more that they showcase that they can help you to go from A to Z. Now, when you're starting out, you might be too terrified to go on YouTube and show yourself to people. You might be too afraid to tell people about the book you're writing. But one thing I'm realizing is, and the one thing that I'm trying to drill in my head, it's okay for you to promote yourself. It's okay to showcase that you've got value and you're bringing something to the table, because you're not in it just for the money. You're in it to serve people. And that's so critical, and we need more people who can do that. People who can naturally serve others. Let's go to number 5. But they believe in growth. Here's my favorite quote. If you're not growing, you're dying. And a lot of entrepreneurs believe this, and wealthy people, that they have to constantly learn, because when they learn, they grow. And when they grow, they aren't dying or stagnant. So you always have to grow. Every day you got to improve on something, whether it is the small things, right? Maybe waking up early, eating properly, networking, marketing, maybe creating something different that can help whatever niche you want to get into. Maybe just creating a business that can transform the industry or the world, whatever it is. But one thing that they always believe in is that they want to grow, because when they grow, they move forward. And when you don't grow, you go backwards, and you really don't want that. Okay, number 6. We're winding down, okay? We're winding down. They don't mind traveling the hard road. Now, what this means is when you're traveling the wide open road, also known as the hard road, they don't mind going the long journey to get to their destination. And on this journey, there'll be various things that will come at you, from criticism to, feedback to, failure, rejection, all these things. They don't mind it, because they know that if they keep going, eventually they'll get to their destination. And those things will actually help them improve. One of the things that's the hardest thing for a writer, and I'm a writer, is feedback. Well, every feedback is good, unless it's those people who just want to give you feedback to hurt you. But it's hard getting feedback on something you've worked tirelessly on, and it's not what you expect. But one thing I've realized is, if I accept criticism, I can only grow from that. And the more I grow, the more I learn, and the more I improve. So this is basically the hard road. They're not afraid of rejection. They're not afraid of failure. They're not afraid of all these things that will happen to them, because they understand that even though the journey is long, tiresome, exhausting, and sometimes difficult, they'll get to the destination eventually if they keep trudging on, if they keep going. All right, the last one. Okay, drum rolls, right? Drum rolls. They do the goals well. What this basically means is, a goal is a dream without a deadline. Napoleon Hill said that. And you need a deadline for every goal. The one thing I wanted before the end of this year was to get onto 50 podcasts. Now, will I get on 50 podcasts? I don't know. But so far, I've been on about close to 20 podcasts, which to me is such a big step up from last year when I wasn't on any podcasts. So one thing you need to remember is, set goals with deadlines. Always set a goal with a deadline, because that will motivate you to keep going and never look back. Hi, my name is Vanessa, and thank you so much for watching, and I'm glad that you watched until the end. I have got free resources below. You can also join my Facebook group that I just opened up. So yeah, join and we can, go from there. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.